You might not think that mixing hot dogs with Velveeta and pita shells would lead to a reputation as a master chef. That was one of Jonathan Waxman's earliest creations as a child.
And you're right, I would not think that. He's a chef and owner of the popular Italian restaurant Barbuto. Here in Manhattan, we are here to have Jonathan Waxman here in Studio 57. Hello.
Good morning.
Did I say the name of the restaurant right?
You did it perfectly.
Did I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Jonathan, it's so good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Your reputation, I have to say, precedes you. But I'm going back to the little Jonathan who's told you got to babysit your younger siblings. Your parents go out and say the kitchen is all yours, and so you go in the kitchen and you see what? How old were you, by the way?
I was probably like 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
And my brothers were 2 years younger than me. So my youngest brother was 4. So I got the joy of cooking. I went right to the cookie section, and I saw this thing for shortbread cookies. I said, I have to make those.
That's hard.
And that's the first thing I made for them.
Wow.
And that's what we had. We had shortbread cookies. They were slightly burnt and really hot, but really delicious.
But then you knew you liked cooking.
Yeah, it was those weird sort of things that happen in life where, like, you know, I was always comfortable doing it. I was always comfortable in the kitchen.
Well, I just saw a picture, Mo, of some chicken right there.
Yeah, you know, I got to say, there's nothing worse in life, or maybe a few things, than dry chicken. Than chicken that's sort of dry in the middle. I had your chicken last night, Jonathan. And it is so moist and tender. I mean, it's just amazing. You have got to eat this chicken.
I really do want to.
I mean, this chicken's amazing. The seasoning and the skin on the outside, but it's through and through. And this was like a sumo chicken. It's really big.
Well, they're actually not that big. They're about 3.5 pound chickens. We just cut them so they look big. Okay. But no, they're you know, the thing about the chicken is really interesting. There's 3 factors that are really important. Number 1, get a good chicken. You know,
start with that.
You want it when it's well raised, well brought up, and you have to just do it simply: salt and pepper, nothing else. Everybody does all this nonsense, just salt and pepper. And the trick is put it into an oven that's hot enough, about 375, 400. And the final thing is to baste it every 5 minutes. No, I'm telling you, basting is everything.
I will never try it at home, but I'm telling you, I was looking at the picture that they showed a minute ago. I literally could see the juices falling off. I could see it. But, you know, this is the thing about chefs that are fascinating to me. Chefs are now the new rock stars, don't you think? And it didn't used to be that way.
No, back when I started out, you know, my parents said, "You're going to Paris to learn to cook? Okay, good luck." You know, it was like, you know, it wasn't the most exalted, you know, thing to do. I mean, in retrospect, looking back and see what's happened to everybody's career, I'm amazed and I'm really happy that this has happened.
Me too.
Yeah. It really is great, because when I went to Paris, I saw all these great chefs like Paul Bocuse and all those people. You know, they were revered by the French people. They loved them because the French people love food. When I came back to America, it was kind of like, you know. But now everybody's getting into it. You know. Everybody, no. I get young kids, I get everybody coming in, and they want, how do we do this recipe? How do we make this food? Yes. Everybody's excited about it. It's really a fantastic
time. I don't know how to cook. Do you, Mo?
I do not know how to cook, and that's why I brought home some of the chicken. And by the way, how should I reheat it so that it doesn't dry out? Oh,
you know what? You just put it in a pan at 350 degrees for 10 minutes, and you're done. That's it.
And we have to ask you about what you think of Mayor Bloomberg's decree, his edict, that
the sugary drinks.
Yeah, the big sugary drinks are out.
Right. Well, listen, you know, as a chef, and I'm a parent, I've got young kids, and I do the WITS program in New York City. I mentor kids in my 9-year-old is at PS 166 on 89th Street. You know, I try to go there, get them to eat healthy foods. You know what? I make soda myself at home. Fresh orange juice and soda water. That, to me, seems like the right thing for people to do. And you know what?
But that's not what most people do.
Most people don't do it anymore. When I was a kid, that's how we made soda. We were too poor to do anything else.
Do you think the ban's a good idea?
You know what? I think, you know, I'd rather have people do it on their own. But if people need a road sign, why not? You know, I think, you know, I'm kind of happy that someone's making a stand here, because I think that it's empty calories. It's not what we should be eating and drinking in our lives.
He's making us healthier. I don't love the nanny state, but I love Nanny Bloomberg.
No, I 100% agree.
Yes. Listen, I'm all for anything that's going to make us healthy. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm coming for your chicken. Maybe Mo will take me back.